Here's a short explanation of the card game Mind the Gap. Let's start with the basics. The game from GIBSONS is for 2 to 8 players, ages 6 and up. The average game time is about 15 minutes, with the object of the game to be the first player to get rid of all of your cards. The game contains 95 station cards and 21 special turn cards. To set up, shuffle all of the cards well. Then deal 8 cards to each player. Place the remaining cards in the center of the playing area and turn over the top card. If the card is a special turn card, flip over another card until you have a station card face up. The person to the left of the dealer goes first, and play continues around the table clockwise. Now let's take a look at the station cards. Each station card has 3 parts to it: the name of the station, the name of the lines that go through the station, and the total point value of the card. On a player's turn, they must see what are the available lines on the face-up card on the discard pile. They need to find another station card in their hand that has one of the lines available on the discard pile. If they have a station that also runs through the same line, they can discard that station card on top of the discard pile. As they are discarding the card, they must say the name of the station. If a player does not have a matching line for a station card, they may also choose to play one of the special turn cards. We'll discuss the special turn cards in just a moment. They can also play a special turn card instead of playing a matching line, even if they have a match in their hand. Once a player discards a card, that is the end of their turn. If a player is unable to play a matching line station card or a special turn card, they then take a new card from the top of the face-down cards, and that is the end of their turn. When a player gets down to their last 2 cards, after discarding the second to last card, they must also say Mind the Gap, as well as the station name. If a player does not say Mind the Gap, another player may say it for them, but then the player who is discarding will also have to take another card. Now let's take a look at the special turn cards. There are 3 parts to a special turn card: the name of the card, the instructions for the card, and the point value of the card. When a player plays a special turn card, they announce the name of the card and read the instructions on what to do. Players must comply with what is written in the instructions. For example, this card says, "Stand on the right." The player in front of you has blocked the escalator. Give them 1 card from your hand. So that would mean that the player who played the special card can now give one of their other cards to the player ahead of them. Once a special turn card has been played and its instructions followed, the next player can now choose any line to be played next. The first player to get rid of all of their cards is the winner. There are 2 ways to play this game. One is just an individual round, much like what we just described, or over a series of hands where the score of the cards comes into play. If you are going to play this way, all players must agree on the amount of rounds that will be played. Say, for example, each player must be the dealer at least once. At the end of the round, players who did not get rid of all of their cards would need to count up the total value of the cards remaining in their hand. The player who got rid of all of their cards would get 0. Then, after each round, you would follow the same pattern and add it to your score. At the end of the agreed-upon number of rounds, the player who has the lowest score of all of the players is the winner of the game. This is a fun variation of the popular card game Uno, which is great if you've been to London and you miss it, or you're preparing to go to London and you want to learn the names of the different lines and how they connect. Either way, now you know the basics, so let's play.